All right, continuing on with Masters of Horror, and I guess we will do chocolate. I don't know. I have three notes in front of me, so fuck it. We'll go with this one. This one stars Henry Thomas, which, I mean, everyone always has to point out that he's Elliot in E.T., right? That's like fucking a law at this point. But I don't know. Henry Thomas has done a lot of cool stuff recently, and you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say he is Jack Torrance in Doctor Sleep. That was great, man. He was a great Jack Torrance, trying to emulate Jack Nicholson. So good on him for that. So let's let the guy have some other roles besides fucking E.T. for once. Anyways, we've also got Trash Can Man himself in here from The Stand, which makes sense because Mick Garris did this. Yeah, so we see a copy of Stephen King's Desperation in this, which yet another nod to Stephen King. We can't get away from that. And our main character here, Henry Thomas, he has an incredible sniffer. Just like that movie Perfume, the story of a murderer, which is a really bizarre, cool film, and everyone should definitely check it out at some point if you like artistic, weird films that look incredible and have great acting. And yeah, it's a period piece, and look it up. It's a cool film. So he goes to visit his wife, his ex-wife, I guess, and his kid, which I find to be kind of pointless to the movie for him to have a kid. I don't really see why that matters in this film or episode. I'm just going to call it a film. And there's a scene later, I guess we'll get to it, but it really annoyed me and I don't understand it at all. So I'm trying to understand from a story point why he even needs a family. But the ex, I guess I can work into this a little bit, but the kid is completely unnecessary and does nothing to the story for me. But yeah, he goes to his ex's house, who's just broken up with him and has another man already, and she invites him in, and while he's standing there, she takes off her shirt in front of him and starts changing. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, this guy clearly still wants to be with you, and you're off with another, going off with another guy, and you're going to take off your top in front of him? Come on. I mean, yeah, she's in her bra, but to me, I don't know. I guess she's just so comfortable around him and this and that, but it just seems like she has no self-awareness of his feelings or how that might have, kind of upset him in any way. So I was just like, fuck this girl. He wears earplugs to a show, a concert, a show. I do as well. Anybody else? I don't like hurting my ears, and when I leave any fucking concert or show, my ears are ringing so bad I cannot fucking hear, and I'm like, dude, I just did so much damage to my eardrums. People are like, I'll wear earbuds, and they'll earplugs, and they'll be like, oh, what are you, a pussy? Yes, I'm a pussy because I don't want to damage my ears forever. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people, man? If abusing your body and completely, trashing nerves and senses in your body is tough and cool, then I'm a fucking pussy. I don't care. I've never understood that, like, whole note. Like, people are crazy with what they think is tough. I call it stupid, but they call it tough. Yeah, he keeps temporarily losing control of his senses, and he connects himself with a woman who he comes to fall in love with, and then he witnesses her murder her lover because he was sleeping with other women, and he then goes to track her down. But before that, his friend, who's Trash Can Man, they're in the car, and he loses his senses for a moment, and then they almost wreck into a truck, and you think the friend's going to be really mad at him, but I guess the friend is so punk rock that he thinks it's fucking great and hilarious, which I was just like, wow, if my friend almost killed me, I sure as hell would not be as amused as you seem to be. Although I will tell you this, if you start to go blind while driving, the best thing that you can do is not continue to drive and swerve around, but it would probably be to you know, push on the brakes and stop the car and tell your friend to help you get over to the side of the road as you slow down. Doesn't seem that complicated, but to him, he freaks the fuck out and is swerving all over the place and almost gets them both killed. Thank God he was in the car with a total psychopath who thinks death is hilarious. Um, Another crazy thing to do here is a girl is just eating unwashed fruit right off of the fruit stands in the grocery store. Not advisable. But you'll probably live. You'll probably live. And then he invites this girl back. They go to his house and they involve themselves in some sexy antics. And we actually get to see this chick's tits. And we get to see the other chick's tits as well. And they are phenomenal. I mean, just fantastic. So, great tits here in this episode. A lot of tits in this show. I wasn't expecting that, but with Jennifer and every other damn movie, I don't know almost any of these outside of maybe Homecoming that doesn't have tits and doesn't have grade A tits as well. There's like high quality nudity in this series and a lot of it. So that is a giant plus for me. So then his ex-wife, who's completely uninvited, who's out with other men, brings his kid over unannounced, comes into his place without his permission, goes into his bedroom where he's in his room seemingly having a seizure. The girl that he's with is nowhere near him. She's like trying to put her clothes on. She's coming in. Now he's like he's like connected to this girl and she's having an orgasm because she's like in the bath or something. And I guess he's coming because she's coming, or maybe she's in bed masturbating. Something's happening, or she's getting fucked. I can't remember what it is. I think she's getting fucked. I think that's what it is. She's coming. She's orgasming, and so he's orgasming. But he looks like he's having a seizure. He's by himself. There's no chick on top of him. See, the way that this scene would have worked better would have been had the girl try to get up onto him and help him out and like try to like clear his airwaves or something. And when they walked in, it was looking like she was fucking him, and he was like so in the middle of ecstasy that he couldn't stop, which was inappropriate in front of the child. And maybe they could write it in such a way that it was like, well, maybe they were getting back together, maybe they weren't, maybe he misread the situation between him and his wife, maybe she wasn't actually out with another guy and she was coming back to try to rekindle the fucking relationship, and then she saw him with another woman and she's like, fuck you. Whatever it is, it did not work here because she comes in after having been out with another guy, completely uninvited. She has no fucking business. He's got an apartment to himself now and he's with another chick. Go fuck yourself. But she walks in and he's literally having what we would appear to think would be a seizure. And instead of helping or being worried or anything, she's just like, how dare you? And runs out with the kid. Fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking bitch. I couldn't believe that scene. I was just like, how dare you? How dare you what? How dare you have a seizure? How dare you have sex with another woman in your own apartment after I've already been out with people? And how dare you what? Have sex in front of a child? You're the one who brought him in here unannounced. You have nothing to fucking say in this situation, you fucking cunt. I could not stand this person. Whatever this woman does in this movie, I just want to punch her fucking face. And that's it. There's nothing else. I don't actually abuse women, everybody, okay? It was a joke. But regardless, she's fucking annoying. And getting to the point is that I don't see any purpose of them, in this story. There's no purpose that they serve. I just don't get it. Like, what does it do for the story here? I don't see anything. So I don't understand the inclusion, and I don't understand her freaking out and running out of the apartment with the kid. That just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And she clearly didn't love him at all because he looks like he's fucking dying. So there you go on that. So you can tell. It's when I start to talk really, really fucking fast and a lot, you can tell I'm fucking pissed off. And I really was fucking pissed off there. I was watching this with Kaylee, which I watch all of these with Kaylee, and it was funny. She was just like, Jesus Christ, you really hate this chick. I really fucking did. I was really angry at her. I don't know why, but I mean, I do know why. I explained it all. It's just, I don't know why I allowed myself to get that annoyed with her, but I did. And let's see. He falls in love with her from the inside, which, yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, that's definitely a much different, maybe deeper kind of love than any of us could experience, because he's genuinely inside her head. He knows her. He feels her. He knows her body. He knows her mind. He knows her thoughts. I mean, that's definitely an interesting way to get to know somebody. And if you're going to love somebody for who they are, knowing exactly who they are is definitely a very effective way to do that. And okay, the way he approaches this girl when he does track her down, there is no way in hell she would have lunch with him. Why he even asks her to have lunch makes no sense to me and makes no sense to the story. He's being a creep. She's out there in the park. He's talking to her. He instantly should have said right off the bat, hey, I know you killed your boyfriend. Boom. You've instantly got her attention. What the fuck? She's not going anywhere. She's going to do anything you say because she thinks you have power over her, whatever. And I get it, he's a nice guy and he wants her to like him, but he's acting like a fucking creep. He has no self-awareness, and it's frustrating to watch. Maybe that's why he lost his wife. But his wife's an idiot, so who cares? But that was so stupid to me. He just kept trying to get her to agree to have lunch. Why? Why? You have the opportunity to tell her everything you're about to tell her at lunch. There's no setting in this area. It's not like he's like, hey, come with me to this specific location, because it's only in this specific location that I can tell you the truth and share with you what you need to know. No. He could have told her right there in the park, right then. They go to fucking lunch together, which was a hard sell, and almost no woman, if not only no women at all ever, would say yes to this. He somehow gets her to go conveniently, and then he tells her what he could have told her in the park. So I'm not really sure. And she just gets up from the table as soon as he says what he wants to say and tries to run away. And he has it with her basically in a fucking park next to the restaurant. So stupid. I get it. He's like romantical with her and he wants to take her on a date. I understand, but it makes no sense to these characters. It's like he's not an idiot. He would see how she's acting and he would be like, oh, maybe I should be not so creepy, or maybe I should tell her what the fuck I need to tell her right now while she's here and hasn't called the police and hasn't run away. Just a thought, dumb fuck. But anyways, he tells her the truth, and he tells her he loves her, which I feel is a big mistake. But this girl is lying to him, saying she could feel him inside of her, which he's never going to feel the inside of her anymore, not for real. Well, I shouldn't say not anymore. He's never fucked her, but he feels like he has. He's been fucked with her. So that might be deeper than traditional intimacy, right? To actually be inside someone's body, not like that, but like mentally connected with them, that would be wild. And then she shoots him in the leg, and he stabs her through the hand, and then the vision goes out. Not really used too much. Oh yeah, so then like, okay, this makes no sense. So in this scene, he has a gun and he's aiming it at her, and then he starts to see things from her perspective, which does play into something, but it does not play into the fact that he could not shoot her because he can't see. He has to shoot her through her eyes, so he has to kind of line up where she would be in relation to how he is standing in through her eyes. Like, okay, that's cool, but it doesn't do anything. He just fires off some shots and it kills her, right? But then it does play into to the very end where he says that he felt her die from the inside. Imagine feeling the woman that you love die from the inside. Like, you get to feel her emotions, the pain, everything. That's brutal, and probably my favorite thing in the entire movie is just because how fucked up that is, which, you know, I liked fucked up. So there you go on that. But yeah, him feeling her die is cool. I just don't understand why the whole I see you through, that should have been played to a much better effect than it was, but it wasn't. And overall, I don't know. This episode's okay, I guess. I didn't care for this one that much. Yeah, I liked elements. I liked pieces of it. So I'll go with it was okay, and that's that. So definitely not my favorite of the series so far. In fact, it's probably my least favorite so far. But whatever. Moving on.